All right. I think we're ready to do this. I think something good is going to happen in the middle of this chapter. I hope it's going to be like a surprise. If you remember, we probably already talked. The last thing we read was Roxy was accusing Sawyer of being gay. And he was like, yeah, I am. Now, Roxy was trying to embarrass him. And he turned it around. He's like, there's nothing wrong with being gay. If I'm gay, whatever. Right. Now, he's going to just, I won't stop the reading, but just know that you probably know this already, but like you can't turn someone into being gay. They're either born gay or they're born straight, right? Or somewhere in between. But yeah, there's a joke that Sawyer makes that I hope you will think is a little bit funny. But yeah, let's get into it here. Oh, you know what I didn't do? I didn't share the. Hang on, give me a second. It's going to take just a second while I share the screen. This is all very exciting, isn't it? Okay, now it's shared. This is right where we ended, right at the top of the page. All right, her eyes, excuse me, her eyes bulge. Were you gay when we made out? Sawyer holds his straight face. Not before, but after. Well, then I was. A few people laugh. Roxy falters, and I feel sorry for her. Not because she's gullible, but because it means so damn much to her to know if she made out with a gay. Okay, that's enough, guys. I mutter. What? Is she actually coming to her defense? The bell rings. People around us turn back to gather their stuff, top of the next column. Trey squeezes my shoulders and slips away. Roxy stomps off, and I stand there, looking across the table at Sawyer, who's searching my face with his eyes. And I don't know what to say, except I guess I'll see you at the library after school. He sighs, looks down at the table. Yeah, okay. I stand there a second more, and then I take my tray away. I have to run to make it to class on time. Chapter 25. And here's the thing. I hate that junk. I hate the whole, whatever you want to call it, the misunderstanding / thing between a storyline. It's on every TV show and every book you read, every movie. Something always happens to put this stupid wedge in the budding relationship. And the people don't talk about it, so they just keep being misunderstood. And by the end of the movie, maybe it all works out and maybe it doesn't. But I hate it. And I wish this kind of crap didn't happen. Why can't the two lovers just be together? Why can't the blanking plot of the blanking story of everybody's life just be like, hey, you finally find the person you want to be with and you just want to be with them. And that part is the good part. And the conflict is something else, like crash or an explosion or a school shooting, but you're still together with that person as a team and you both fight together against some other enemy. Why does this have to happen? Because it's very clear to me that we just don't need this right now. And of course, what Julia doesn't understand is that she is part of a book. You know, it's a little bit self-aware, we might call it, a little bit meta. The author is actually kind of messing around with the book. Not breaking the fourth wall. If anybody knows what the breaking the fourth wall is, it's when it's rare, but I'm sure somebody in here knows. But it's when a character directly talks to the reader, or they directly talk to the audience. Ferris Bueller's Day Off, an old movie when I was a kid, but kind of famous for that. I almost think there have been some other. It was just on TV. I don't know if this is true, but there's one of the Sony X-Men movies where what's his name? He's like the Flash of Marvel Comics. Geez, I'm having trouble finding the name of that person. But anyways, Wanda's brother, right? where in the Marvel, and not the Marvel universe, but the Sony movies, he just kind of like stops everything, kind of looks at the camera. It's probably the best scene in all of the X-Men movies. They're pretty good movies, but they're just not like Marvel. I think Marvel's getting X-Men back. They're getting Fantastic Four back pretty soon. All right, we're not going to talk too much about Marvel, although I could. But she's not breaking the fourth wall, but she's definitely like kind of realizing in her own way that she doesn't realize she's part of a book. But I think it's the author having a little bit of fun with us because we need conflict. If everything ran smoothly, we wouldn't be reading this. All right, on the right at the top, first full paragraph, right there. So that got a little out of hand. Trey says when he gets to our table in sculpting class, remember they have art together. Sorry about that. It was all in fun. I know. Well, why are you being so quiet? I'm not sure. He nods and we sit there in silence for once, working side by side, making a bowl and painting fruit, both of us knowing that scary junk is coming and the world is so much bigger than this place and these people and this stupid rivalry. We meet up at the library after school, and Trey wisely goes to look for books for his research project, leaving me and Sawyer alone on the couch in the library loft. Ooh, a little bit of a scary silence there, probably uncomfortable silence. And the dude, to his credit, looks way more distraught about what happened at lunch than he is over the visions that are driving him crazy. I'm sorry, I never told you I made out with Roxy. He says, we were never a couple. I don't care what she says. We made out twice at the beginning of 9th grade, maybe just to experience things and mess around. I listen and say, you didn't have to disclose any of that to me, you know. People have pasts. It's not a big deal. I mean, I guess my reaction was more because of the way she was approaching it. And approaching you and just pretending I wasn't there and throwing it in my face. Boobs first. He laughs. I smile. Yeah, you noticed? It's kind of sad, actually. He nods. She has no self-confidence. And I think I took the joke too far. I kept expecting her to get it, but she got so hung up on whether well, yeah, you were there. Yeah. I shrug. Well, thanks for explaining. And, I'm not mad or anything. Top of the next column. I just don't like her. She used to be my friend, and now she's just sad and mean. So you still like me? He asks. With a grin, he slips his hand in mine. A little. I agree. All right, so doesn't look like that is going to be anything that's lingering between them. I mean, it looks like they're going to get past that. Yeah, Roxy sucks. She's sad. Let's move on. Maybe that's the last we see of Roxy. Who knows? Maybe BFF Sarah. Who knows? All right. The next column there, first full paragraph right here. No, first big paragraph right there. By the time Trey comes back, Sawyer and I are both on computers. I'm researching private schools. Sawyer's trying to get close-ups of every frame in his vision. When I was watching it in my spoon and everything was upside down, he says, I thought I saw something through the window. Trey looks at Sawyer's screen automatically, even though he and I both know we can't see anything. He laughs. You picked Surprised Kitty as the video to channel it? Sawyer's concentrating too hard to laugh. Yeah, I mean, why not entertain you guys? So, if this doesn't make sense to you, like he's got to put up a video of some sort for it to play. And of course, Jules and Trey can see what's on the screen, but they can't see what he's seeing. So I guess some kitty sounds like, man, I can't think today. It's been a long day at school. I'm recording this at home after school. Hello Kitty. Sounds like Hello Kitty to me. Maybe like the Powerpuff Girls. Anybody watch Powerpuff Girls when they were younger? Blossom or whatever. All right. Back to this. So surprised kitty in the middle. First full paragraph. Sawyer's concentrating too hard to laugh. We kind of already read this. Yeah, I mean, why not entertain you guys? He hits pause and stares and takes a screenshot that only he can see and starts enlarging it. Excuse me. I go back to looking up schools and start bookmarking them so I can show them all to Sawyer at once. And then he mutters, yes, starts scribbling things on a notepad. There's the road in relationship to the building. Now I'm getting a bigger picture. Top of the next column. Trey and I look over and wait for him to finish. We haven't said yes in forever. I squeeze my eyes shut and hope for a major breakthrough. Top of the first, like right here, but I don't know if I said, but there we are. But when I open my eyes again, I see Trey looking at his phone and muttering a very bad swear word that I can't say. And I see Sawyer's looking at the stairway and getting to his feet because guess who's here? Yeah, it's my dad. Dad reaches the top of the stairs and spies us. Trey types something quickly, stashes his phone, stands up. So I stand up too. All right, what was that? We'll have to come back to that at some point, but what was Trey? It almost seemed like Trey was doing something else there. Hey, Dad, Trey says. He puts his hands in his pockets. What's up? Dad stares at me. Then he looks at Sawyer. Hi, Mr. DeMarco. Sawyer says, his voice is calm. I don't say a word. Dad looks like he's trying to hold it in. His face is red, but he won't make a scene in a public place, not in front of potential customers. He doesn't answer Sawyer, which feels kind of jerkish to me. Instead, he looks back at me and says, tree research. Is that the same as chess club? Dad, I say. Top of the next column. Don't bother, he says. And I'm a little freaked out that his voice is so quiet. Both of you. It's time to go. Julia, come with me. Trey, come on. You take the truck. No. Sorry, Dad. I'm still working. Trey begins. You'll get home in 10 minutes or you'll be grounded too, like this one. Dad, I'm 18. Trey says, I'm graduating from high school in 2.5 months. He sits back down. You can't ground me. Watch me. No, you watch me. Watch me sit here and do my homework like an excellent student. What the heck is wrong with you? I'll be home when I'm finished with it, and I'll get a good grade like I always do, and then I'll go to work for you and do a good job there too. But right now, I'll sit with Swearignati if I feel like it. So don't even go there. This stupid rivalry ends with your generation. Doesn't exist in mine. Dad's face twitches. He gives Trey a long, hard look that scares the crap out of me. And then he looks at me. Come on, Julia. I stand there. My face is hot and I feel like yelling and my stomach hurts. Julia, my father says again, his voice ending on a strange note. I can tell he's about to blow a gasket. Top of the next column. I press my lips together and swallow hard. I shake my head and I don't move. We stare at each other for the longest 5 seconds of my life. And then Trey says, Julia, go with Dad. I glance at him and frown, but his face is set. I look at Sawyer and he nods in agreement with Trey. And I'm like, what the heck? I can't even think clearly. I feel like a total baby. I know I'm going to get reamed the whole way home. And I have a life too. Why should I have to go with him? Julia, Dad barks. And now people around us are looking, which I'm sure Dad will blame me for later. Fine. I throw the meatball truck keys at Trey's face. Uh-oh, will Dad know that she's been driving and not Trey? Grab my backpack and coat, probably the least of her worries right now. Trying to shove my arm through the hole, but my stupid cast keeps catching on it. When I give up and move around the table, Dad tries to take my arm. I yank it away from him and run down the steps, leaving Dad following me. And Trey and Sawyer standing there watching over the loft railing. I can't even look at them because I don't want them to see me cry. All right, how are we doing on time here? 14 minutes, almost 15 minutes. I suppose we could stop right there. Plus, it feels like I'm going to sneeze. Hang on. There we go. That was a good sneeze. Cold and allergy season. Good stuff. All right, yeah, we'll stop there. Oh, don't you hate that feeling? I've been there. Gotten caught doing something I wasn't supposed to. Can't remember right now, but it's just like, ugh, that feeling of being alone with the parent in a car, just, awkward silence, and them just being able to ream you out, as she said, and no witnesses. All right. Hope you've never been there.